Hello and welcome to this video. Today we are discussing a very interesting topic as far as leadership is concerned, and that is more specific to leaders who are new into management or team leadership positions. How do you earn respect from your employees as a team leader or as a manager? As usual, my name is Mary and I'm glad to be joined by Mr. Paminas, who is also a leadership coach in this conversation. Thank you, Paminas, for joining in.
Thank you, Mary, for having me.
Yes.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, I know.
Yes.
Great. Now, we're discussing about leadership and more specifically how to earn respect from employees as a team leader who is new into that role or in that position. And my first question is, for anyone who is new into management or into leadership, how can I earn respect from my employees?
That's a very good question, Mary. Most of the professionals, whenever they are promoted, they desire respect. They want the team members to look up to them. But what they forget is that, and you've already highlighted this, it's not just a matter of you desiring. Respect is something that is earned.
Sure.
There are some things that you have to do to make sure that you earn someone's respect. So the position you have, remember, is just structural. So if you have a title of public relations manager, chief accountant, all those are their positions. So there are certain things, Mary, that you have to do to be able to earn that respect from your subordinates. So what are some of these things that I would recommend to the new managers? Number one, the ability to lead by example. So have a strong work ethic. Let people see you do what you're asking of them to do. So that's number one. Number two, prioritize open communication. That will go a long way. I would also recommend transparency in decision making. So remember, you are new. So people are looking up to you and wondering, why did Paminas do ABCD? So if they can be able to get context, understand, then you see what will people do? They will default now to gossiping and such kind of things. But when there's transparency in decision making, someone you look at it and say, oh yeah, indeed, this person has not been performing. They were taken through a disciplinary process or performance management process, and indeed, they deserved to be terminated. Yeah. But if you come one day, you look at a person, you don't like them just simply because you're a new manager and you let them go, there's no transparency.
Sure.
Yeah. Other things you can do is demonstrate integrity and fairness. That's related to the decision making. Sometimes you'll also make mistakes, so the ability to also own your mistake is big, especially when you are new. The other thing is confidentiality. I see many managers, new managers, failing on this. You are new, so either you don't know how to maintain confidentiality, or you go sharing information with people who are not supposed to be in
Like
the know.
oversharing.
Oversharing. So I'll come and discuss you with John, and probably even whatever I'm discussing about John is relevant, but should you really know about it? You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Sure.
Yeah. So I would say top of mind, those are some of the things I would recommend a new manager or supervisor to be able to adopt, to be able to earn the respect of the team. Yeah.
Now, being new into these positions as a manager or as a team leader within maybe the first week or the first few weeks, what are some of the things that I need to avoid or a manager should avoid, especially when dealing with staff?
There are so many things. If I list them, it can take even an hour. But top of mind, avoid micromanaging. Be mindful about the results, not so much about how the job gets done. And if you don't want to understand how someone is doing the job because you're new, just have regular check-ins, just to understand, but not constant to the level of micromanagement. Yeah. The other thing is don't make rash decisions. You are new, you don't understand. So whether you've been promoted or you're new to this organization, the first thing you should be able to do is understand what people do or what is expected of them. And only then should you be able to take a decision from a point of knowledge. But if you just make a rash decision, the probability of making a mistake is very high. Then don't promise things you can't deliver. You don't be a politician. You've just gotten into power, and because you want to impress people, you start telling them you change the working hours or a salary review, things which you know you can't. Yeah. So it's good to make promises, but interrogate those promises and only be able to make promises that you know you'll be able to afford. Don't pray favorites. It may sound so basic, but I see it happening every day, especially for people who've been professionals who've been promoted. Because when you're an ordinary staff, there are people you align with, there are people you get along with. But now you need to know you're a manager, you're a supervisor, you are a parent. You should not have favorites. Yeah. So don't find yourself now giving favors to a certain group or certain people, because now the other professionals, the other staff are watching how you behave. Yes. Gossiping also, you know, or engaging in office politics is not something I would recommend. And lastly, and most of the new managers fall into this trap, is where you try to be everybody's friend. So maybe you don't want to make the tough decision. I always advise readers, be friendly with the people you manage, but don't be friend. Be friendly means you look at them as equals, as human beings, as people who need to be treated with respect. But you still have a job to do.
Sure.
So as long as someone is, both parties are working towards achieving of that goal, you don't have to really be friendly. Friendly means taking people for lunch, gossiping with them, getting into their personal business. You don't need to do that. Yeah. But friendly means if someone calls you and tells you you're berate, it's reasonable. Or they own up, I didn't do A, B, C, D because either I made a mistake or something happened. You understand. You treat each other with respect. So I would say if you avoid some of those things I've highlighted, then you'll find your journey to developing your management and leadership skills will be much better. Yeah.
Indeed, I agree with you. There are quite a number. Some of them might look minor, but very important.
Yes, they carry with them a lot of weight. Yeah.
As we summarize this conversation, from your perspective now as a leadership coach, can leadership be learned? Someone is watching this video and maybe they could be struggling and they're wondering, can I learn how to be an effective leader? Definitely,
leadership can be learned, and leadership is a skill. Majority of the time, us as employers, as decision makers, you promote people because they are good at what they do. So if it's Mary, she's good in communication, she's good in PR. But who says you have people management skills, leadership skills? Sometimes you may not have. Yeah. In fact, I would say what I've observed is it's like only 3% or 5% of us who have innate leadership skills. A lot of us, it's a skill that has to be taught, developed, and mastered. So my appeal to employers is that whenever you're thinking of promoting someone to a leadership position, make sure within the first 3 months they've undergone a leadership training. Yes. And then also for the rest of your management team, every year I would recommend a leadership training, either as a whole or a certain aspect of leadership. That way you go a long way in terms of empowering the team. And if you're looking for leadership training, that's a discussion we can have, because we do offer leadership and management training here at Corporate Staffing.
Sure. Yeah. Great. Thank you so much for sharing with us. I know we'll be discussing more about leadership, targeting other aspects that are equally very important.
Sure.
Thank you so much for your time. Indeed, as you have heard, as a young manager, as a team leader who is new into any leadership position, earning respect from your employees, from your staff is very important. And the beauty with what I've been able to pick from this conversation is that leadership is actually a skill and can be learned. So it is important for you to ensure that you develop yourself as far as effective leadership skills is concerned. And this is where we come in, as Pamina's has mentioned. We have quite a robust leadership program that will equip you in all aspects of leadership for you to be an effective leader, team leader or manager. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and we encourage you also to reach out to us through the link provided below, and we will be able to discuss more as far as being an effective leader is concerned. Thank you for watching.